Change isn't a project anymore. It's the environment that we're all working in. Priorities shift, structures change, technology disrupts and brings in new ways of doing things, expectations keep moving. And through all of that, leaders are expected to keep people focused, steady, and performing. But change doesn't succeed just because there's a plan. It succeeds when people understand it. They trust the way that it's being led. They're able to engage with it and know how to make it work in their day-to-day reality. And that's where many organizations get stuck. They're investing in the strategy and in the project plans and even in the communication, but they're underestimating the leadership conditions that determine whether change is adopted or resisted. My belief is simple. Your strategy, it sets the direction, but your adoption, it's earned in the messy middle, in how leaders make meaning, steady themselves, hold priorities, and bring people into the work. So leadership determines whether the plan actually lands. And that's why I created the Conscious Change Leader program. It's designed for leaders who need to lead change with clarity, credibility, and lasting impact. This isn't change management training, and it's not about Gantt charts or stakeholder matrices, and it doesn't ask leaders to become the project team, but it equips them to play the leadership role that they need to, the leadership role that project plans can't play. It creates ownership, follow through when people are under pressure, clarity. And the program does that through 3 essential capabilities. First, leading self, because when the pressure rises, people are watching their leaders closely. Leaders need to recognize their own patterns, regulate their responses, and stay steady when others feel overwhelmed. Second, this is about leading the process. Leaders don't need to manage every single task in that project plan, but they do need to hold the line on purpose, priorities, and outcomes. They need to ask sharper questions, spot risk early, and keep the work connected to what matters. Third, lead others, because change is experienced in those everyday moments. The conversations, the decisions that are made, then remade, or not made, the trade-offs, the small signals that can either build confidence or create confusion. The program blends research, real workplace scenarios, and structured practice so that leaders leave with a language, actions, and techniques that they can use immediately, not just on the day in the workshop, but in the weeks that follow when the real test begins. This program is designed for people leaders, senior leaders, change sponsors, and cross-functional leaders who are navigating complexity and need to build ownership, momentum, and capability across their teams and organization. After decades working with leaders and organizations through complex change, I know this. Change that relies on compliance, it's fragile. But change that builds capability, trust, and shared ownership is far more likely to stick. So if this is a capability that you're looking to strengthen in your leaders and in your organization, let's talk about what would be most useful in your context.